All right, today I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Aquarius. I'm going to use the deck the first deck I've ever got. So it's quite old. But I haven't used it in a while. And yeah, I think it's time to break them out again. So Aquarius, how are you doing today? And how are things in your environment right now? Have things been feeling more of a struggle? Has it been more of a weight releasing compared to other times? Or are things just becoming more uncertain for you? Okay. Splitting the deck now into 3. All right. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven Stelliums. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Aquarius, what's the current situation? The Devil. Okay. What's the Devil doing here? The King of Swords. What's crowning? Ace of Swords. What's at the root? Seven of Cups. What's in the recent past? That wanted to flip out. Hermit. I'm going to pull out another one. Hermit and Death. 2 major arcanas in the recent past. 1 major arcana in your current. Okay. Whew. Let's look at what could possibly come forwards soon. Still sticking out. 5 of Cups. What else? The Page of Wands. Okay. That's possibly coming forward soon. Okay. What's your vibration? Six of Swords. You're trying to go away from something in your mind to go back to you. That's your card. This is your card. Right here in your vibration, the star. 6 of Swords, going away from drama and sadness, misery, difficulty, going back to yourself. What's in your environment? Your environment is 3 of Pentacles, but with the 7 of Wands. So, okay. What is in the hopes and fears? Hopes and fears, well, hopes is to have time to reflect on things and to be able to have a deep enough bond with someone, or it doesn't have to be anyone in particular, but you want to have camaraderie with others without fear of being betrayed, I think, maybe, right? Because essentially in the end, that's all something that we fear. Betrayal, we all fear that. And the only reason why you would have a fear created is because one must have been betrayed before, right? In the past. To know that feeling of pain. Okay, let's look at the possible distant outcome. Two of Pentacles, learning to balance things with your heart, with your emotions, and your logic. Okay. And it could also be a water sign coming towards you as well. So just keep in mind, bottom of the deck, there's competition everywhere. That's just life, right? 5 of Swords is definitely the competitive card for me. Fives. Yeah, 5. The number 5. 5th house as well. Number 5. Pride. Okay. I'm going to start from the current, right? Current situation is the Devil. This could mean many things. This could either mean that you feel like you're living in purgatory right now in your situation. Or this could be you feel bound. You feel like you're being suppressed and it's hard to look for a way out. Or you're held down by addictions, vices that you use possibly as a form of escapism. Maybe, right? Or it could be a Capricorn. There's so many different ways to read this. But I like to read it in a deeper sense. That's usually how I prefer to read the cards. I tend to not like reading from a surface level. Sometimes I do, just for the fun of it, because it's fun to switch it up. However, I do prefer to read at a deeper level. Not everybody likes that, but I'm not here to please people. So, the Devil. Or perhaps you feel like there's been a devil around you. You feel like you're being, I don't know. Then I asked, why is the Devil here? Well, we do have the King of Swords. It is an air sign. Could be self-imposed, right? Like I said, if this is referring to vices, addictions, escapism, self-imposed, if this is you. However, if it's someone outside of you, this could very well be establishments. I mean, the King of Swords, the Swords suit, is all about war. It's about pain. It's about infliction. And they would normally look at it in the past, like when they would read tarot, this is about the royal class, right? So this is the king, the one that is at the very top of the hierarchy. So this would represent like the government in a way, because they're the one ruling the land. They have the sword. No one else has a sword in the suits. Water can't do anything. Okay. Wands are sticks. And pentacles are just money. So essentially the most threatening would be the sword, the suit of swords. And there's a King of Swords as to why, who comes out here, answering why this is here. What is crowning right now? The most potent energy within you is the Ace of Swords. And I feel it's because you want to have a mental breakthrough as to how to get out of whatever this is that you're feeling, that you're going through, you're dealing with. Right? You are trying to serve a sort of truth. But it's difficult, right? Because it's just that one. And it's almost like you have to try and be smart about how you go about it. You can't just be like the King of Swords. He's solidified his place here. He's already solidified it. But this is like, it has to come out of a cloud in different ways. You have to be more creative as to how you find breakthroughs, how you can deliver your message, and how you can stand up for yourself. But in a way, down the line, it can be far more powerful, right? But anyways, at the root, though, we do have a lot of illusions going on. The root of this situation at hand, and I'm getting a lot of big, like, astrological stuff. So this could apply to some Aquarians out there, but I'm reading this too as like huge shifts in our realities, especially since we're still in like the swinging of back and forth between Pluto and, I mean, not Pluto. Well, yeah, Pluto in the sign Aquarius and Capricorn. When Pluto stations like permanently in Aquarius, I mean, that could manifest in a monumental way. However, up until that point, we do have other planets at play here. Neptune, illusions, right? This could also represent like false personas. But there have been a lot of things in the past, I feel, that you learned were not real. And you had to face it in the recent past. It put you in a hermit mode. And then there was a death within yourself of what you thought you knew. Recent past, death to something you thought you knew. You thought you could trust. Whether this is a person in your life, whether this is a situation that just kind of unfolded, that concerns everything within your environment, within the ways that you try to live your life. This applies. In the soon to come forwards, I have the Five of Cups, which is regret, it's pain, it's disappointment. There's still cups up there behind, but it's hard to look at the glass half full sometimes. I like to say it this way. It's, you know, we can be told so many things of, oh, positive affirmations, right? Every one of us have heard all of the positive affirmations up the wazoo, like unlimited, right? The thing is yes, those are very important, but what's also important is to recognize that we're human beings, and sometimes you have to give yourself a break when you're not feeling very well. But as long as you don't get stuck in that, do not turn into a statue that just faces the spilt cups. Yes, you can look at the spilt cups for a while, let yourself feel it. Do not turn into a statue. Don't allow Medusa to turn you into stone to where this is all you ever see. Eventually, have the willpower and remind yourself there are cups behind you still standing. This is where the Page of Wands comes in. So I got the Five of Cups, then I got the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, yes, compared to the King of Swords, He doesn't stand a chance on the battlefield, right? But what the Page of Wands has that the King of Swords does not is fire, passion, belief in himself. And he has the ability to be creative. That is what the suit of wands is about, fire. It's about the spirit. The spirit is what births creativity, and it brings about new projects to manifest. So that is something that will also aid you. And whether it's a fire sign, it could, if you want to look at just more of the surface level stuff, okay? I'll go to the surface level where it's like, this could be a fire sign, a younger fire sign that comes in that takes you out of this mode, helps to take you out of this, right? So take whatever resonates. But I already explained in your vibration right now, being the Six of Swords, you're trying to just declutter your mind. I think we all are, honestly. All of us, we're constantly trying to work on decluttering our mind space, right? To go away from dramas and go to calmer waters, because you want to get back to who you are. I have to cover her boobs, guys. I'm sorry, okay? I should just, get one of those like markers and just, I don't know, probably should just do that. But anyways, you want to get back to being who you are. You want to see the hope in situations again. This is also about hope. The Star card is all about hope as well. In your environment, Three of Pentacles is about, career, working together, collaboration, right? But it's been very difficult to do that. It's been hard to work your way up the ladder. See? You have this, but damn, it's hard to get there. Why is it so hard for me to climb up the ladder of success, to create the life I desire? But keep in mind, you have the high ground here, okay? This is one person, yes, fighting off, looks like he's outnumbered. But guess what? He has leverage because he has the high ground. I'm always thinking about Star Wars with that card. Some of you will understand the reference I'm making. Okay. In the hopes and fears, I got the Four of Swords. Now, what's an Aquarius? If you're a true Aquarius, well, I guess I can't judge what would make a true Aquarius, right? But this is what my mind wants to come up with and imagine what an Aquarius is. The sign itself, right? It's all about the mind. Air sign. Maybe not as much as Gemini. Gemini's more worse at ADHD and ADD or whatever in the mind, but which I get. But Aquarius can get that way as well, where in the mind, it's like so many things just going in the mind and it gets cluttered very fast. Like a lot of thinking, a lot of stuff. I mean, you need to have, that's how you birth genius as well, is through your mind. But anyways, so, but you want to try and get to the Four of Swords. That's like a hope that you're constantly trying to work on, because sometimes you're well aware, I'm sure, that it can get out of hand and you can drive yourself insane a little bit, maybe. And you want to be able to have this resting state. All right, I need to have this because I know that I have to get to this point and maintain this equilibrium in order to also incorporate my emotions. I'm not just a robot. I'm not just this computer that processes things in my mind. I also have emotions too. I might be an air sign, but I do have emotions in me as well. And you want to show that. You want to balance it, right? Because this is 2, right? 4, both even numbers. 4, 2, right? 6 together, but nonetheless they're evened out. So it's like you want to create that equilibrium between your mind and your emotional state, because you don't want to disconnect. Sometimes when you get, especially Aquarius, sometimes you can get so much up here and you almost detach. And that's what Aquarians are known for, more so, I guess, from things that you read, right? We don't want to put some kind of prejudice or anything, but I could say for myself, being an Aquarius sun and Mercury in Aquarius, the detachment, I even notice within myself that happens as well, to where I can detach myself sometimes, almost too much, to where I lose it gets difficult to relate in the heart space, because you get so much in the logical state of mind. And then it just, if you don't get control of that, it could be bad. And then people don't think that you can understand them anymore. We don't want that to happen. So, and it's not good for you anyways, because then it's like it alienates yourself, and then, but in the possible distant outcome, I got the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balance. Okay. You're going to balance things out. No? Yes. You'll balance things out. I think you'll thrive. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but you'll thrive. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. You'll be able to handle that balancing act, whatever comes your way in the future. So that's how I'm seeing this. Developing the ability to maintain yourself. And I kind of almost envision, when you see acrobats, they do these acrobatic stunts, and it's just so amazing. Like, how are they able to balance themselves on a tightrope like that without falling to their death? But they accomplish it. They're able to do that. And then if you think about the mind, how much willpower and control someone must have in order to do that, that aligns with their body as well, to be able to stick to commands without breaking, and just, from practice as well, you're able to accomplish some insane things that normally they're viewed as miraculous, right? So that's just a side message I'm getting as well. I'm not saying, oh, you're going to be you're going to be someone's going to tell you to walk the tightrope, and I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, if you think about it in a spiritual, philosophical sense. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And this is another thing of combination between, if you combine the two, combining your logic and ability to do these things here with emotions, your deep-rooted emotions, right? The nurturing, sensitive side of yourself. The Queen of Cups is the card of Cancer. And when we think of the water sign Cancer, she's the most vulnerable. She is viewed as the mother. She's the most vulnerable, submissive, but because she's so vulnerable and submissive, we automatically want to shield her. Automatic response is we want to cover her up. No, I don't want to ever show this. I will never show this side of myself, because I know how vulnerable and how easily she can be taken advantage of. And it's understandable, for sure. I mean, there's a reason why for that, right? You protect what is the most vulnerable. I'm repeating myself a ton, so I apologize. But it's important to also not neglect her, because sometimes we'll try and protect so much that we forget about that side of ourselves. We forget about her within us. But she's still there. And then she becomes sad, and she'll start to brew, and then she'll start to get anger. And then, hell hath no fury as a woman scorned. There's a saying like that. And then I always think about Calypso, the goddess Calypso. There's a reason why men have always had this urge to always try and challenge the ocean, the Bering Sea. It's because it is a woman. She represents a woman when she has not been acknowledged, right? She's the most vulnerable, yet she's the most terrifying at the same time when you don't treat her right. And I'm not trying to say this in some kind of like, oh, anyways, okay. If you understand what I'm saying, you probably don't, because I'm just like stopping mid-sentence, but hopefully you get at least what I'm somewhat trying to say. If this is a person, then, I'll read it in the surface level of this, right? It's like the Two of Pentacles could be, you could be, trying to make things like balance out. You might get some help from a mother figure, or you might be trying to balance something out with someone like a mother figure or a lover even. If you're a guy and I'm reading for you, then this could be like a lover, someone that you're interested in. You're going to try and balance things out with this lady here or what have you. So you can definitely switch roles, whichever resonates for you, but that's really what I'm getting here. I would say overall, the message behind this, Aquarius, is that I do believe that you know what's going on. And I think you already know what needs to be done within yourself. Just be aware. I know sometimes, Aquarius, you can get a little too confident about your power over this little demon here within you. This guy is not outside of you. This guy is within you. A guy or entity. We both have dark and light within us, is what I'm trying to say. Do not get too confident sometimes, because it can also trick you. I don't know why I'm saying it's just a shadow. The shadow can trick you. So just always keep an eye on that. I know my own shadows tricked me several 100 times in my life. So I'll be the first one to admit that, okay? So as I say, in order to know what pain feels like, you have to have gone through it yourself. In order to recognize shadows, you have to have recognized or seen your own shadow before in life. And I think that is the biggest lesson to take away from here, is that as long as we are constantly working to recognize our own shadows and not just looking at everyone else's shadow, everyone else's wrongdoings, always be sure you are looking at your wrongdoings as well. It's important to do that because it helps us to grow and to keep ourselves in check. And then it also teaches us to have more of an understanding to help those who are going through it so that they don't just completely shut you out. You can help more people out there when they can recognize and see that you are not it's to not deliver something in a way to where you're holier than thou, right? It's like we are all on the same level plane here, trying to work through life, trying to get through life together here. And we all do great things and we all do bad things too. It's just a part of life, the experience of life. Learning as we grow. But eventually we must figure out what it is that we're really supporting within ourselves. Like, which wolf are we feeding? This is a Native American saying. It's a beautiful saying. I can't remember exactly. We all have two wolves within us. One is the white wolf and then the dark wolf or whatever. It's like representing the yin yang, the shadow and the light within us. And we choose which one we feed. And I just got chills saying that, so that resonates, right? Okay, guys, I hope you have a great day. Peace out.